Hi, everyone. Welcome back. We are in day 16. Can you believe it, DJ?
Oh my
One
goodness.
more day. Oh my gosh, it's been such an amazing festival. I'm so excited that we still have 2 more days. And just come into the Facebook group and see what's there because all the replays are there. So all these talks that you've been seeing and stuff, you still have a chance to see them. They're in there in the guides in the Facebook group. And I'm just so excited to present this to moms and try to create something where this is really all about perspective changes and small ones, but just how we can look at things a little bit differently when we look at people who've done these things. We look at their experience, and just as DJ is going to tell us today about some of the things she's done with neurodivergent kids, and it's her experience of doing these things. Did I freeze?
Yeah, you froze.
But I'm still, you can hear me though?
Oh, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'll let you take over. Actually, I'll let you do Shikha while I figure out my freezing.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Yep. I was also going to add on to that too, Michelle. There really is something for absolutely everyone when you come into the group and you start looking through some of the replays of what women and moms have presented. It really is. There really truly is something for everyone. Whether it's like centering and self-care, how to set up your home to be a more pleasant environment, gardening with your kids, how to remove fear. I mean, there's something for everyone, and there's things for you, but there's also things that are going to help you help your kids. So that's one of the things that I'm going to be talking about today on my podcast with Michelle, and I'm super psyched about that. But first, our first podcast is at 11:30 a.m. and
Well,
it is
I'm frozen again. I don't even know what's going on. She actually, that's a talk, and she recorded it last night. And so it's already
okay.
live.
Okay, so the recorded talk is Shikha Khanna, and her talk is Why Enough is Enough. So there's the replay in the group. She's talking about why it's important to step into your authenticity and how you can inspire other people by doing and being this complete being. And honestly, when we step into our own authenticity, it feels amazing and it frees up beautiful parts of us. So I'm also doing a podcast today at 10 a.m. Central Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And I'm super excited about that. And so Michelle and I are going to be chatting about how moms can support their neurodivergent kids. So everything from how to set up some flexible spaces in your home for better learning, how you can support your kid in school with flexible spaces, and also just, tips and tricks and tools and strategies and all that good stuff that's going to kind of propel your neurodivergent kid into just totally maximizing their school success. So we're super excited about that. Michelle.
I can't wait. I'm back. And I just have to say thank you, DJ, for taking over. And honestly, that's what this is about, is when we start to do things together. And so the Mama Genius Festival is all about let's do motherhood together and figure out how we can support each other and in whatever we need. And it's not necessarily like you need to do something a certain way. It's like, what does your heart call you to? What talks are you guided to? There's a lot of variety in there, but honestly, go pick out the couple talks that suit where you're at right now and what's going to help you have a little bit of a perspective change or to help you figure out how to unlock that genius inside you. Because honestly, it's there. It's that we put these layers on top of it. And actually at noon, I'll be talking about decision clarity, trusting your intuition. Because for me, it is really about once you finally start to listen to your own intuition, which is actually our goal with our kids too, as well, is teaching them how to trust their own intuition. At some point, we start trying to people please, or we start trying to do what society tells us to do. And those are the guards that put up and block us from our intuition and our genius inside of us that exists now. And so this is all about unlocking that and figuring out how can we trust our own intuition to propel us forward to the life that we want, whatever that life is that you desire, whether it is a big business, whether it's a great connection with your family, it's endless. But it needs to be something that you design. And the question is, how do we design that? And that's what we want to talk about today in making those decisions. And that will be at noon. But again, all of these talks are replays inside the group. So all you got to do is come join the Facebook group, get inside. And I think I'm freezing yet again, but that's okay.
That's okay. So actually, Michelle, one of the things that you just said about, trusting your intuition, developing goals, having goals that kind of align with who you are really leads us to our question today, right? So our question today is, what's one small thing that you did this week to get closer to a goal of yours? And I think that's huge, because sometimes when we look at goals, it's overwhelming and it feels very, very lofty and you don't really know where to start. So sometimes it starts with that one small thing. So what was one small thing that you did this week to get closer to a goal of yours? And I just want to share something Michelle and I were talking about just a little bit ago, and it's the idea of doing a brain dump. So earlier this week, I think it was even on Sunday, maybe on Saturday, I did just a brain dump because I was overwhelmed and I didn't know where to start. I'm getting resettled into my house after 2 hurricanes. I sat at my computer and I thought, oh my goodness, I have no idea what to do. And so Michelle and I were chatting and she's like, just put it all out on paper, like just do a big brain dump. And so when I did that, I realized, okay, these are all little things that I can do, that I did on Sunday, Monday, a little bit on Tuesday, that made a huge difference in keeping me centered and, just feeling good about getting back on track and getting closer to my goal. So sometimes it's just, get it down on paper. Write something down and get it out. And sometimes when we do that, whether it's a brain dump for your business or just a brain dump with all the emotional, everything that we go through, sometimes it just helps to get it down on paper and pick a place to start. And those places where we start, those one little thing that we did can really propel us forward when we stay kind of centered in that authenticity and we follow what's right for us.
Well, I'm just going to have to add to that now I saw a lot of things crossed off. You have an awesome to-done list. And I want to celebrate you for that. Because we can't forget that part too, is especially as moms sometimes. And you probably did more things that were even on that list just during the day, and we never give ourselves credit for that. So I always recommend at the end of the day to have that to-done list and go and tell your brain, I actually did all these things today. And that's a reminder for me too. And I actually shared that at a conference I went to this weekend, and when I was just chatting in a group, and they're just like, oh, I never thought of that. And it really is coming down to us just acknowledging the things that we do, whether it was on our to-do list and we're transferring that over to the next day, whatever it is, but also celebrating. These are the things I did, and telling your brain, I'm doing these things, and acknowledging it and saying, I'm celebrating myself, because I know moms, you are doing amazing things and doing so many more things than you even ever give yourself credit for. And then that's when your brain's telling you, you didn't do enough. You didn't do enough. But this is the validation and the ideas of having that to-done list at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So on that note, when I was saying what are some of the small goals you had, one of the things I had this week is this shift, because we're working on different back end things of the festival, and we're working on different things, but it's really being open to, if something's not done, how do we problem solve? How do we work around that a little bit? And that's where I really focus on this week, and taking the rest when I need it. And I'm gonna be honest, I've been a little bit of a binge watcher this week. But on the same note, I got up this morning and then I had clarity because I didn't feel so tired. I need to like not think about some of the stuff instead of keep doing. And when we sit in what we need for that moment, this morning, I was able to get quite a few of the emails and things done that I thought were done, but they weren't yet. When I went to go look, and instead of freaking out, I'm like, it's okay. I'm just gonna get them done. And they were done. And I think that's the big difference, is that yes, we still have the things to do, but it's what state of mind are we in when we do them, and how much are we pushing ourselves or we're doing. Because it felt like those tasks went pretty quickly this morning, and I might have been able to do them last night, but they probably might have taken me an extra half an hour or 45 minutes if I tried to do them, push through it last night when I needed that rest. And so it's really just listening to your body and figuring out things. And so that's what I've been trying to focus on this week, so I don't go into that feeling. Though I'm excited that we still have 2 more days of the festival, and it's been amazing. It's been an amazing run, and seeing all these wonderful speakers and the connections and things, and listening to the moms share about them as well. And I'm just so excited that we get to do this together. And thank you for joining me this morning, DJ. And I can't wait for our podcast coming up pretty soon. I guess on that note, we will see you all inside the Facebook group. Bye, everyone.
Bye.